What's good, family? My brethren. I was thinking about the amount of men dropping out of the workforce. I've been hearing about this for like weeks and months. And I'm like, man, it would make sense. It makes sense why you have men not really wanting to be in the workforce in America. Because when I look at it, it's like painful being a man in America. America is a painful situation, a painful environment. For most men, who are more insightful, men in general, we're going to go through difficulties and pain. Even tell you by the sweat of your brow, you're going to work and, increase your wealth and all that kind of stuff by labor. So something I was thinking about is mainly the reason why men, what's the main thing that a man wants? It's basically women or a woman. Because a woman is the other puzzle piece she came out of the man. She is part of the man. And so a woman makes a man happy. Well, supposed to. In its right state, a woman is a great piece to a man's life. Let's put it like that. In her proper state, a woman is one of the greatest pieces to a man's life. All this, what we got in America, and the reason it's so painful living here is because there is a war against men in America. They try to emasculate our men, our sons, to be homos, masculinize our women to be, what you see today with the Black American woman. A complete feminist, degenerate, no hair having prostitute. And that's what white society has promoted. That's why it's a painful dynamic living here, man. More specifically to when you look at all of these different things, every action has an equal or opposite reaction, right? You reap what you sow. So when you look at it, what the society, they're complaining, oh man, are not, they're getting low paying jobs or dropping out of the workforce or, stuff like men are losers, not earning enough income and all this stuff. These are more so results. This is what the society has reaped based on what it has sown. This is what American society is reaping based on what it has sown with regards to the male-female dynamic. With regards to male and females and how we relate to one another, the American society has created a hostile, anti-male environment that antagonizes men and destroys men. So when we look at on every front, if a woman don't like you, she can have you canceled. You working out in the gym and this slut with some vagina exposing yoga pants bent over in front of you, you as a man looking at her basically naked ass, and you like, oh shoot, and, oh my God, and then she turns around and see you looking at her naked bent over ass. Oh my God, he's so creepy. He's so creepy. Oh my God, and cancels you. Like, what the hell is this, man? She's not canceled for dressing like a literal prostitute with leopard print freaking yoga pants. That used to be prostitute clothes. Now I guess it's common clothes for women, therefore making your common average woman a prostitute based on how she carries herself. But in this society, prostitution is okay. But a man, you punished a lot of times for being a man. This society is trash, bro. So more specific to the issue of why a lot of men are dropping out of the workforce, what the hell is in it for them? What's in it for men? Because usually men would You could work a regular job, take care of your regular family with a regular job, regular rate, regular wages, and have a regular, good-looking, attractive wife. Cookie cutter. Even in slavery, not slavery, but Jim Crow and after slavery, you still had in shape. You look at some of the photos, and I've seen some photos from my grandparents showed me some of their photos from the old days. They dressed up, not just like going to the photographer to do a photo shoot, so therefore you have to dress up. No. Like just, chilling at a barbecue, nicely dressed, button-down shirts. They used to carry women in dresses, hair was done, and not just certain events, And you look at like how, maybe I'll use that as a thumbnail. Black community, how they dress then and now. Now you got cats with French fried braids, tattooed faces, and gold grills, and 2 felonies. You know what I mean? And the women with yoga pants on and blonde weave, and, bellies and BBLs, tattooed titties. Like this is trash, bro. Then you look at like say 1950s and 40s and 60s. You see how black people dressed back then. That wasn't just black people, but I'm more specific at this moment talking about the black community. But you look at the older pictures, little boy with a little suit on and a little button-down shirt playing football or something, like, man, this is not, I ain't saying that, I'm just saying how far image-wise the culture is just deteriorated. People don't even carry themselves like, yeah, it's just, but anyways, my point is this. The quality of women is severely deteriorated, and men primarily, if they would work hard, you got to work in the workforce, and you would work hard to take care of your family, right? You work hard, you're like, man, I know when I come home, I have a hot cooked meal. Yep, maybe my wife works too, whatever, but when I come home, when I get home, I'm going to be good. Even though, whatever happens in the world, you go through all the problems, adversities. But when I get home, right, my family, wife, it'll be chilled. You see, nowadays, men don't get nothing in exchange. It's like the same standard is there for men. You need to be a protector, provider. You need to be a family man, all this other crap. Standards are pretty much, men have really not even changed that much. Men are still dying even more now, dying for high stress jobs. And now men are starting to, exit the workforce, which, hey, I mean, can you really blame them? If they want to start their own business or whatever. Why would they invest in a system that despises men, that destroys men, that eradicates man's wealth? And see, now you have the culture where men are still expected to do traditional stuff. You're supposed to take her out on a date. You're supposed to cook. Anybody comes in the house, you're supposed to protect us with your life. Well, he ain't getting none of the obedience. He ain't getting none of the submissiveness. He got all the responsibility, but he ain't got none of the control. This thing is about responsibility and control. Men in this society are responsible for wayward bitches who don't want to submit and follow instruction. And even if they want to follow instruction today, later on today or tomorrow, the bitch can change her mind. And when she changes her mind, now there is a system in place to facilitate her going back to the streets and taking half of everything you as a man ever earned on her way back to the streets. And she'll spend half of your resources and assets on the streets and random chads and pookies that she hook up with. Buying them this, buying them that, buying them some new clothes, buying them a new car, buying them a new buying them a new PlayStation, Xbox. I'm laughing because I've seen this video. It stick out to me, man. It was this dude, stepdaddy, playing the stepdaddy role, wifing up a Shanquisha, with a kid, single mother Shanquisha, black dude. The video takes place, and her ex-boy or baby daddy came over to his house, plugged in his PlayStation, or was an Xbox, I forget. And he was chilling there in the dude's house while the dude's at work. And the baby mama I don't know who called the police, but the police was in like the kitchen. God damn, this place is trash, bro. In this society, so the police officer was there, right? I think it was maybe two police officers. One was a video camera dude or whatever. And so I guess the stepdaddy, being stepped on, he was complaining. She just stepped on a stepdaddy for a minute as a recovery phase to give herself a physical rest and a mental rest from the stress of the streets before she go back to the streets. He a pit stop. Stepdaddy is a step and pit stop for a minute. Stability. So anyways, stepability. But anyways, so stepdaddy, I think it was stepdaddy's crib. He had a big screen TV. Ray came over to pick his kids up from Shanquisha. How long does it take for the kids to pick up the kids? Like, he don't have to come in your house, my nigga. Like, no, bruh. That's like super disrespect. And so the stepdaddy's all angry. This is my house. I pay the bill. You know, it was a funny. But Ray came over and chilled for a minute in stepdaddy's house and Ray plugged him PlayStation into stepdaddy's big screen TV. Played that mug. He probably was there for a good hour or 2 or 3. And of course, nothing was going on, of course. Nothing sexual, of course, right? Yeah, right. You believe that? I got a bridge. I got a oceanfront property in freaking Nevada, Las Vegas. I got some oceanfront property in Las Vegas I want to sell you. You know what I mean? Half the price. Come on, man. This is complete disrespect. So then the police was over there. And maybe, you know, the domestic disturbance kind of thing. And they maybe just, I don't know why he was there, even there. I don't know if she called him. My point is this. You have situations like that going on. So what's the benefit of a man getting married? What's the benefit of a man working hard? I see why guys have checked out of this. I've been hearing this for like months, man. I just never made a video on it. But it's a lot of dudes who have checked out of, you know, corporate America and just like, what the hell is the use of me working? Now, I look at it like, hey, you need to make your own money for yourself. You know what I mean? I'm more on a selfish mind state more so. Now, I love my children, all that, but reality, it's about me, man. You know, kids can be, I love my children, man. And that's one of the main weapons that the woman uses is the children to F your life up. You know, so a lot of men are just opting out, man. What the hell is the use? You used to be able to work a job and put all these hours in. And then you get a wife that at least usually would be dedicated to you and stuff. But now, look at the old woman, Judge Mather's wife, divorcing him to get back to them dire streets, man. This is a man who's a freaking judge. A famous black judge, bro. A TV star and stuff. Guy's on show. And his wife of 40 years is divorcing him to go back to the streets. What the hell does that tell you about American culture, bro? It's painful living here, bro. This is a trash society, bro. What are the benefits? Well, you just need to find the right woman. What the hell is the benefits of you find the right woman? She might be right for right now. But what happens later when she gets an itch or a tingle for a Chad or a Pookie or them our streets? Or hey, even another woman. Dude, man, this is trash, bro. What you're seeing is the results of a toxic culture. Men are opting out of the workforce. If there was a draft for American males to go fight one of America's shitty wars, man, you know how many people, you know how many dudes would like poof vanish. I can't see men being, you know, willing to go fight one of these trash wars, bro. In this country, bro, man, look how they treat men here, bro. Look how men are treated in this country, bro. What the hell are you fighting for? You know, let's say, Russia has built a military because they have a more unified sense of camaraderie, you know what I mean, among a country, because this is their country, right? You know what I mean? I don't know all of what goes on in the country, but what I'm saying is since the Ukraine war, they didn't have to draft people like Ukraine is drafting people, pulling people off the streets, you know what I mean? But as I understand, you know, people are willing to join the Russian army, male citizens of Russia is willing to join the army because they fight for a common call, right? The defense of their motherland, right? What motivation as a man in America where you've been emasculated by your woman, emasculated in the movies, in the music, emasculated in the family court system. What the hell is the motivation? What's the motivation? You just get a family. Okay, get a family in America. She's happy. Wedding. Here come the kids. Later on, she gets an itch. She start listening to social media and her other whore single mother girlfriends who are telling her, you don't need to be putting up with that, girl. You can do better, girl. Social media tells you can do better, girl. Yeah, I know we've been married for 5.5 years. 5.75 years. But, nigga, I'm tired of this. You don't do it for me. And we just grew apart. So all the stuff that the guy built, men don't generally get in a marriage planning their exit. Unless you like Kevin Federline or you like some dude, maybe, you know, that could you got linked in with some chick that's high income and she really, really, really into you and you can pimp it that way. Yeah. For some small segment of us men, we could do that. Like Kevin Federline, I can't really think of many other dudes in like, you know, in any high number because it's so rare. Yeah, if you're one of those dudes who can find a chick and who got this money and still be all into you and submissive and all that, man, yeah. You know, yeah, it works out. Marriage works out good for you, man. You know what I mean? It worked out good for K-Fed. And it happens so rarely that's why everybody knows who K-Fed is. Because it don't usually happen. But what usually happens is that men get destroyed when it comes to divorce and marriage. Women planning how this thing go in and how they go, you know, what excuse they gonna use. And if the dude don't even, let's say, they gonna use, a woman try to find an excuse to get rid of a dude. Like, oh, he was abusive. Oh, this. Oh, he cheated. Oh, that. And she looking for a reason, a back door how to get out. And America readily provides those back doors. And even if he was a quote, quote, good guy and quote, quote, didn't cheat, quote, quote, cheat. How you going to cheat on a woman? A woman is a servant. That only makes sense to me. You cheated. How you going to cheat on somebody who is your servant and beneath you? It's supposed to be your actual property. You cheated. That's some Western concept bullcrap, bro. As though we are equals. Who the hell are you to check me? Like, oh man, bruh, this modern crap is bull crap, bro. So men is generally expected in America to hold the same standards. Yeah, you need to be a protector and provider. But look at the women. They whores, they get high body counts. They refuse to give up their social medias. They don't cook, they don't clean. They pretty much, other than a wet spot for you to go relieve yourself like a toilet or something, you know, a gas station toilet, we all got to go, right? With porta potty or a gold-plated toilet. Which one you closer to? You really got to go, right? You know, like, if I really got to go, I don't usually use a porta potty for number 2, you know, but hey, it's better than a gold-plated toilet, you know what I mean? that's 5 miles away, and there's porta potties right here. Essentially, that's what women have reduced themselves to, just a place to relieve some urges, man. And that's very sad. It ain't sex plus cooking and cleaning plus raising children plus being a good, a wise, decent person who will be a good trophy essentially for your husband and respect your husband. And, like, you know what I mean? Power couple, so to speak. No, ain't none of that, bro. It's like, well, how can this man serve me, bro? And it's like, it's a really terrible environment to be a man here in America, bro. Because essentially, if a man get with a woman, it could be in a situation where he's a servant to the bitch. And in that kind of situation, he's miserable, man. Unless some people like BDSM and all that, and being, subjugated by their woman. It turns them on for some kind of perverted reason. But for us regular brothers, this place is trash, man. When it comes to dealing with women, man, these women are garbage, bro. Like, these women are garbage, bro. You got the German, forgot her name, the German dark-haired girl, lady who was talking about how a lot of black men can go to Germany and get treated better than what they do here in America, because them women in America ain't raised to be feminine to mainly any degree. And a lot of black American women got really triggered off of her. Hey, man, Soraya, I think that was her name. Yeah. At least, I mean, that's a Western country. So it's like, this is trash, man. This is a lot of men dropping out of the workforce makes perfect sense when you look at cause and effect, man. The effect, men are just lazy. What is he working for? Mainly, men want to have a family. It's a few dudes who got a super, super ton of options and can get bitches at any moment and stuff. That ain't most dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most dudes, like they say, average. Most dudes are average. The 80-20 rules. 80% of men is kind of maybe like mainly invisible to bitches. And the top 20% is pretty much who all the women want. For a variety of reasons. Tall, big muscles, big wiener, famous, a lot of money, fortune, can dress well, whatever variety of attractive triggers that trigger these bitches. The top 20% in their eyes. And so the regular dudes, average brothers, they, be at the bottom trying to pick up the scraps, man. But the bad part is even the... This crap is funny, man, when you talk this stuff out. Even the bottom barrel bitches that are literally twos and threes, I mean literally, have such a high-ass self-esteem of themselves. They believe, I think that self-esteem is good, healthy self-esteem. And I think healthy self-esteem is good, but just self-esteem for the sake of having self-esteem, artificial self-esteem is not good. You know what I mean? It's like you just playing a video game and just level up your attributes, right? Physical attractiveness actually at a 2, but self-esteem, you level it up to level 10, you know what I mean? Self-delusion, level 10. So these brides, they allowed to live in self-delusion. And so what I'm saying is that you got a dude who had, say 80% of men with regards to attractiveness or whatever, and most women in this culture find them pretty much like not a factor and invisible. But a woman who really is actually ugly and literally is a 2 or a 3, she literally is that. She still believes that she is an 8, 9, or a 10, bro. And she look at men as disposable. And a dude at the lower, he might, hey man, I married me a ugly, regular looking, below average looking chick, but you know what? Hey man, So a dude he think that he is secure because I done seen ugly broads cheat on a man. There's this philosophy that, hey, a beautiful woman got high body count, she'll cheat on you. And then you might as well get you an ugly. I heard somebody say, oh, man, why would anybody want to be with some ugly woman? And then the fact that even you would even validate her and wife her up will elevate her. Like if she look in the mirror, she knows she ain't physically attractive. But you validate the bitch and then marry her, that make her like, oh shoot, I am that woman. Because he put a ring on it. You know? God. So the dudes would like, you know what, let me go ahead and grab some low-level chick. So, hey, I could just, have leverage over her. At least I'll be getting some, you know what I mean? But the reality is that her ego go be blown up. Because now she thinks she better than you. Because you was stupid. How she look at it, you was stupid enough to marry this ugly chick. And she will be leaving in about 5.75 years, right? This is garbage. So what's the motivation for men to work hard? What's the motivation for men? Where's the motivation? America has already exposed itself as an anti-male, male-hating culture by its actions. Whether you're rich or whether you're poor, anywhere in between. You got multimillionaires, your Will Smiths, Russell Wilsons, these top dudes. Jeff Bezos married some old 50-year-old single mother. You idiot, bro. And then you don't think she gonna strip this dude of his money if and when she decides to leave, bro? Money don't equal game, bro. Like this is the construct we live in, bro. Men are dropping out of the workforce. I can understand it. What the hell are they working for? Now, I don't think you should just not work because, they make enough. Well, I would say men making enough for themselves is the best thing, man. Make enough, do what you got to do. And society has ostracized you and told you ain't nothing based on the actions of society. I mean, so why would you invest in this? I don't know, man. I look at it like all the money you need to be making need to be for yourself, man. I mean, hey, you make $200,000-300,000 a year. Don't be, man. The worst thing you could do is legally marry a bitch in this society. Store up your money. You know what I mean? And men gotta be more selfish. And I look at men dropping out of the workforce as a selfish act. And I think selfish is good. You gotta take care of yourself, man. Nobody else gonna care about you like that. Even your wife might not care about you like that because in 5.5 years, the bitch might leave. I forgot the amount of time that marriages last in America. I forgot the amount. I think it's somewhere around 5 years. The bitch, we're not growing. We're not growing. And even if the dude is a so-called good dude and he don't have no other women, she'll divorce that motherfucker. She'll divorce the dude because of irreconcilable differences. The streets keep calling. She got the itch and the tingle to get back to the streets. And before she do that, this is why a lot of women be on social media trying to say that they're about to go through a divorce and start doing a snotting and tears. I don't really want to do it, but I know I can be strong. I can be strong. You're so damn strong that you got to go get somebody else to co-sign your move. Get support from other used up whores, single mothers and ex-wives on social media who have also made the stupid decision of leaving their husbands and destroying their families. So you got to get somebody else to join. They did it, so I have the strength to leave. I always like she needs the strength to leave. Like this guy is holding her back somehow. I need strength to get away from this angry guy, this difficult guy. But really, just be honest. You want to go back to the streets from whence you came. And so men don't take these women seriously. And I think that I understand why men are not really motivated to be working at jobs like that. Working at your own business, hell yeah. But I look from this point, based on how the culture has exposed itself and the system has exposed itself to be a meat grinder, grinding up men, grinding up their resources to create hamburger patties for hamburgers to be devoured by females. That's essentially what this country, how it looks at men. Man is to be ground up. Like, you ever seen how they grind up meat and stuff in the, before it become hamburger, they grind up everything. Bones, grind it up in a grinder thing. Form it into patties, cook it, put it on a bun, cheese, lettuce, tomato, for a bitch to eat, man. And that's what pretty much men, that's how this society is set up. So men refusing to be ground up and be devoured I look at it as a good thing, man. I look at it as a good thing, man. Damn what somebody expects you to do. You should be making this. You should earn this. If you earn that, you need to be earning it for yourself. We need to operate with selfish reasons because everybody else does. Her saying you need to be a protector, you need to be a provider. If somebody comes in the house, you need to step up. All the bitch talking about is what you need to be doing. All society is talking about is what you as a male need to be bringing to her. What the hell is this bitch bringing to you? Society don't ever talk about that. I was on a Philippine dating site, but I ain't really on there no more. But, like many of the broads had communicated. I was like, they was like, yeah, basically they're saying the same thing. I think that women are the same internationally. Worldwide, they all the same in their essence. Because look at their mother, Eve. They're the same in their essence with regards to hypergamy, wanting to find a better deal. My thing is that it's two things that deters her from being the whore self that most women want to be. And the two things that deter her from that, I'll say maybe three things. Number one is her actual moral makeup, her actual integrity. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Because because her moral integrity, if it's in a matriarchy, like it's two phase. If it's in her moral integrity will be found out in a patriarchal construct, say like, Eastern culture, where it's more strict, in those particular countries where it's more strict, and a woman is looked upon as a whore, and a whore is looked upon as bad. A loose woman is looked upon as bad thing. In those cultures, if her moral, as well as here in the matriarchy, I'll give you two examples. You still have virgins here in America, and America is a super matriarchy that promotes prostitution, whoredom, OnlyFans, and all these things, baby deletions, and all these abominable, degenerate things. But even in this culture, you have women who have a moral makeup and integrity that is strong, right? Now they still holding to their moral integrity. I don't think those women are a high percentage at all, based on what we see out here in these here streets. I think it's maybe, but I don't even know how you calculate this because you don't really see it quite often. I'll just take a guess and say it's probably about 5-10%. And that might be generous. But let's say 5-10%. Whereas, so the first thing that will say what a woman is her moral integrity. In a patriarchy, you still have women where the culture forces her to be more modest and where they don't walk around like in America with tight yoga whore clothes on and basically a bra and panties on, you know what I mean? But they may be in a culture where women have to dress up and be more modest forcefully through the patriarchal construct. But if her moral integrity is still women in that construct, that women can actually get deleted for whoredom and adultery, what's her moral integrity? She still go out to the streets. So the main factors that is going to determine her, how decent a woman is, how decent a woman is, and all that is her moral integrity. That's the first thing I see. Second thing is environment plays a big role, but I think I basically just covered all three actually. So her environment gonna force her to be righteous. I think women's innate, instinct is to be hypergamous and jump from dude to dude to dude. Now, if she has, number one, like I mentioned, the moral integrity, she ain't gonna be like that. She gonna be one dude. You know what I mean? Try to do the right thing and work it out with him and stuff. These are the women that are all in love with they do kind of thing, you know, and kind of, you know, clingy and stuff, which is a woman should be clingy. So what would stop a woman is, number one, her moral integrity. What would stop her from being the hypergamous whore that most women want to be is her moral integrity. Her who she is, her integrity, who she is in the inside. Number two, only things that stop her from being the whore self that she want to be is her moral integrity. And number two would be the environment that she lives in. You know what I mean? But other than those two things, what's on the inside and her environment with, you know, the punishments and rewards, most women going to be the 3 or 4s they want to be. So that being the case, I don't know, man. I just see why a lot of men are opting out of the whole family thing. Because the reality is that you're not rewarded in this society as a man for being, you need to be a real man, take care of her, take her out on dates. Let's go with the dating stuff. A woman said, you need to spend at least $200 on the first date. A first date? $200. Nigga, that's $200 to go sit with a bitch. Who was it? He was at, what was it? What was it? Boondocks. I think it was Huey, or I forgot the other little dude. But Boondocks was talking about taking a bitch out on a date. He said, why I gotta take her out on a date? What'd he say? But basically, it was funny though, but he was like, instead of taking her out on a date, why would you spend the money on groceries? That was an old cartoon back in the day. But what I'm saying is this. With the whole dating thing, these women always got somebody they actually like, or an F-boy, somebody they actually into. They get her body for free, or multiple dudes for free. You understand me? So the dating stuff don't make sense neither. A real man needs to pay at least $200 per day. What the hell are you getting? You're getting an opportunity to sit down with a bitch so she can interview you and dismiss you and tell you how you ain't adequate. Whereas somebody she actually like, after the date, after 9 o'clock or whatever, 10 o'clock, when you done with your date, she might give you a hug, but don't you be expecting nothing else now, boy. You understand me? You hear me? She might give you a peck on the cheek, a hug, a side hug. You ain't, you embrace no titties, right? And then later on, you know what I mean, she might even get an extra doggy bag, you know what I mean, to go. I couldn't eat it all, Rufus, I couldn't eat it all. So much food. She take a doggy bag, order some extra lobsters. And when this date over, she'll text her dude who she actually like, who gonna get her body for free. It happens all the time, bro. She texts or call this dude. And Pookie's like, hey, where you go, Red Lobster? All right, yeah, bring me what you get? You got some butter biscuits? Bet. Garlic biscuits? Yeah, how many you got? 5? Yeah, don't eat them. I want 5. You can have 1, just give me 5. You know what I mean? What else you got? Some shrimps? Oh, okay. Grill? You got grilled shrimp, or you got, batter shrimp? All right, yeah, bring that too. Yeah. This happens all the time. So society is put Rufus in the meat grinder because she don't really like Rufus. She putting on an act, and she got all power over Rufus. Whereas Pookie, later on, Pookie gonna hit them cheeks and be eating his shrimp and butter biscuits, man. And he go butter her biscuits. Man, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, man. This society is trash, bro. And they're conning men into, opting in for this bull crap, bro. You need to find a good one. How you know the good one got a body count? It's like you ain't getting nothing, bro. For your investment, a man gonna invest his last name, he's gonna invest his time, energy, resources into a woman that is polluted ground, because a woman is the earth in a relationship. The man is the gardener who plants the seed in the garden being the female. But this woman got 50 or 100 bodies. How the hell are you going to build on a polluted soil like that? These women are polluted, bro. And it is thrusted upon men to be protectors and providers. And build on a foundation that's got plenty of cracks. And many men done been in this crack. It's bullshit, man. That's why a lot of men are opting out, man. It's painful living this bitch, man, because a lot of men want to have families, bro. But once you sit back and you evaluate, like, these bitches are trash. It's like if you want to build a house. If you want to build a house, you don't build it on a beach. You know what I mean? You don't build it on a beach. If you do that, it's very likely, that, like, say a beach, because they do have houses on the beach, but, you don't want to really build your house on sand. And even the ones that's built on the beach, not like a hut or nothing like that, like those little wooden huts, but I mean like a big house. You don't want to build no, real big crib or nothing on a doggone sandy beach. Unless you're going to have it built on a sound foundation, meaning what? You're going to have to renew the foundation, pour concrete, solidify the house. But just to build it on the sand, no. So building a house on the sand is like building your relationship with a woman who is as flaky as the ocean. You see what I mean? And the ocean goes in, the water comes in, pulls some of the sand out back to the ocean. Comes back in, pulls some more sand out. And that's how a flaky woman with a high body count is an unstable ground to build your actual family with. One dude is promoted that he be traditional. You're going to pay at least $200 per date, right? Your first date, yeah, you're supposed to impress the woman. So it's all vile. It's all vanity, bro. It's all BS, bro. You take her out on a date and you put all this effort in trying to impress her, while in and out of jail tattooed Pookie and Ray Ray is impressing into her for free with the money that she give him, and the money and the food that Rufus gives to him through her. Some bull crap, man. You're supposed to invest in this. You keep working at a job. And so a lot of men, they opt out of working at, corporate America and just they doing their own thing. A lot of men, is not working hard like that no more. Hours have been reduced. Hey, man, what is they getting out of the deal, man? You got to ask them, man. Like, what is a man going to get out of this? Main thing that a man wants is a woman, primarily. And if the women that you're getting, everybody done had them. Like, damn. Like, why should you put any more effort than the last dude? The dude that got her virginity was, some dude who was tall or smooth or whatever. And he didn't pay nothing. He got her when she was tighter and fresher at 18, 20 years old. Why? And that's being generous. But why should... So now later on when she's jaded and torn up, broken, shattered, blistered and bruised, now she got standards. Now she charging more for the, it's 2004 now. Now she charging more for the 2014 Chevy Malibu that got high mileage on it. She charging brand new prices. She's charging the same as 2024 prices. How is this a good deal, bro? So, I don't know. I see why a lot of men are opting out of this matrix, man. It's the okie doke, man. I can see how men would be more motivated to be more working, more successful and all that. I can see if they had something to work for. Like me, I'm like, I want to be rich for myself and my own personal purposes, change my environment, etc. And then, never have to be working for another man. That's me. But most dudes, they want to work and get this money and build a house with a woman. You know what I mean? And just have it be regular. But men they don't get rewarded for that kind of stuff in this culture anymore. You don't have no feminine woman that know how to cook biscuits from scratch and pancakes from scratch and mix flour and eggs and milk and make bread. These bitches don't know how to do nothing, bro. A lot of them don't even know how to wash themselves properly, man. It's like some of these chicks have bad pH and body odor, man. But most men is like, hey, they just happy to, get with it. They ain't gonna, tell her about herself. Bitch, you stink. They're not gonna tell her about herself because they ain't gonna get laid. They just kind of plug their nose, few pumps, squirt, done. Send her back to the streets for when she came for the next dude, man. It's this man's supposed to be dedicated to this bull. Come on, man. When you really look at it, this is a bad sales pitch. So, that's basically what men are primarily getting married for nowadays, other than, think about the deal that they're trying to get men to buy into. Let's sit down and look at it. It's kind of funny, man. Let's sit down and evaluate this. As an American man, you need to work hard, work at your job, work hard. A lot of men are just opting out. They said a large percentage of men haven't even had sex, and are number 2 in the last year, haven't had sex and are not even pursuing relationships with women. It's a high percentage too, man. That's bad, man. I think it's a self defense mechanism, and it's culturally created, man. So the men don't want to produce, and that really might be a way to control population and stuff. But it definitely destroys the nuclear family. But when you destroy the nuclear family, you got a bunch of illegitimate children running around. The family structure and the people could be more controlled. Because this dude busting nuts and random chicks and she don't know who the father is. You just got a bunch of hoe babies around here, trick babies. So, that whole chaotic construct is easier to control and profit from if you're some wicked dude or group of dudes and people at the top who want the chaos, which is what we have in America. But what's the motivation for a man to continue to work hard in this country or fight for this place? What are you fighting for, bro? Like, what? What's the motivation? Yeah, you love your children, but a lot of men have an understanding now. If you want to listen to these YouTube videos and stuff, but you got a lot of idiots out there. That's true, but in general, men like, hey, it's nothing in it for me. They want the men to think about the deal they want men to buy into. You need to work hard, get a high education, earn a decent income, get out of a job, continue working, your job for years and years, build up this nest egg. Build up this, stability, and then marry a woman in America who in 5.5 years will leave your ass, go take her kids away, take over half of everything you ever earned, and a dude who ain't did half the shit you did, he get to benefit off of your resources when she go back to the streets. Now she's a single mother with your kids around random niggas that you don't even know. You can't control this, of course, but you still got to pay for this. And this is the deal. This is a deal that they want men to buy into. And a lot of men are opting out of this bull crap. They're seeing the okey doke. They're seeing there's nothing in it for them. And so it's a sad circumstance. And so a lot of men, to kind of remedy this problem, you know what, I'm just going to go overseas. Permanently, or I'm going to go overseas for a period of time. And I'm just going to build a life overseas. Or some dudes will go overseas for relationships, and some just go for, tricking and simping and sex. Just like they do here. Same thing. Heard this woman was complaining about passport bros and said that the dudes are just trying to go over to different countries to get women because the women are cheaper over there. And I'm like, and everybody laughed and everybody had a fun, ha 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 ha. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, if the dudes, you always got the same construct, whether it be locally or abroad. You have men who can get women interested in them, and the women be, all into that particular dude. Basically, you got women who be simping on some dudes. In other words, put it like this. You got basically three kind of dudes. One, playeristic dude. These kind of guys are local and abroad. Same type of man, just in a different location. A man who's a playeristic dude who can get women pretty easy based on looks, charisma, height, or whatever. And the bitches like him. That's playeristic dude. That's dude number one. Second dude is more of a square, regular dude who just wanted to have a wife and just go on with his life. He want a wife, he ain't in all the playeristic, just a square, regular brother. Then the third kind of dude is a pay-for-play trick simp type of dude. A John. So you got those three type of dudes, locally and abroad. So how they was talking trash about, men just want to go over there so you can find a cheaper woman. Everybody laugh. Well, then you think about it. The bitch here in America, she going for money. They all going for the same thing. Brad and Chad locally is the playeristic dude. Brad and Pookie, you know what I mean? Or Brad, Tyrone, whatever. Those are dudes who can get women, whatever charisma or looks or whatever, the bitches like them. They don't got to pay shit. Then number two, you got the regular square brothers who want a regular relationship. Those dudes get screwed here in America. And then number two, they don't got nothing really good to choose from. And then you got your pay-for-play tricks and johns. Same thing here. So the thing is, like, if you on whatever level of dude you are, you're going to find a better deal in another country, primarily. Not just because of just whatever category you in. If you get chicks here locally, based off your looks and charisma, whatever, height, you're going to do the same abroad. If you want a square relationship, a regular husband-wife relationship with a woman, you're going to have a better one overseas. Why? Because, yes, the purchase price, if you will. And then number two, the women are more groomed to be wives. Less tattoos, less whoredom. They're more groomed to be wives, depending on what country you go to. Even in Western countries, depending on which one you go to. It's still more feminine and humble. And then if you're a tricking dude, or you just like pay for play John dude, the third type of dude, hey, the same thing. You're going to get a better purchase price, more bang for the buck. So, a lot of men, so that what I'm saying is that a lot of men exercise the particular option of going overseas. That's one way to remedy the problem of this toxic ass culture, is to go somewhere where it ain't toxic like this. And whatever layer of dude you are, whatever type of guy you are, you're going to benefit. So that's one remedy that guys do. Get out of the country. Other remedy is dudes, which I don't suggest, they, more so isolate and more so become like not introverts, but recluses, like, stay in the crib and chronically masturbate and all that. And then that has its own set of problems, become an incel, kind of intentional, involuntarily celibate. Some dudes can't get women, you know what I mean? They want to, but they don't have the physical characteristics, looks, charisma, whatever, to get what they want. And the other, I would say, the third strategy or whatever would be to become voluntarily, or I guess you say V-cell, voluntarily celibate, or at least for a period of time, don't have sex or any kind of sexual relations. So whatever percentage, the percentage of men who ain't having sex with women in the last year, whether it be purposefully or forcefully upon them, the point is, there's a lot of men who ain't in relationships. And so that being the case, I think it's a reflection of a sick, toxic culture called America that I don't think can be fixed, because those in power don't really want it to be fixed, because it's a lot of money in child support. It's a lot of money in divorce court and settlements. It's a lot of money. The government make crap loads of money off of forcing men and putting them through the meat grinder to be ground up and dissolved and devoured by women and the system. There's a lot of money in this, bro. So I don't see anything changing. And I think that men could change this by voting with their feet and refusing in some variety of ways they could force this. I think that men not working is a step in the direction of fighting back. Supporting the system, I know voting and all that. I don't got no hope for this place personally, but so I don't really care to look for solutions for an already damned place. You know what I mean? It's over. But it's just in the process of being over. That's how I look at it. The Day After movie style. You know what I mean? You can check that out, 1984 or 7, I believe. Anyways, I didn't want to rant this long, but there's not a lot in it for men to be working all hard to try to build up a family. And a lot of men that drop out of the workforce, maybe they've even been destroyed already through divorces and stuff. Resources stripped. You know how long it takes to build resources, bro? Think about this. And I tie these two things together. A man, the workforce being strong and all this stuff is directly tied to families. Because a lot of times a man is working hard and stuff, extra hours for his family. And that's the main motivation trigger. My family needs me. I got to, stand up and I got to be a man. I got to work hard. I bring home the bacon and my family can be taken care of and we'll be healthy and we'll go on for years. And a lot of times men sacrifice themselves. And this is just like a tree, takes a long time to grow. But you can cut down a tree. I saw it last week. They was cutting down this tree in one of the parks I go to. You can cut down a tree in like a couple minutes. I mean, a few minutes, man. Cut it at the base. If you don't care about cutting down, you can cut down a tree quick. It could take like 50 years to grow this oak tree. I saw oak tree. I think it was oak tree. Cut down. A matter of minutes. So that's similar to a man building up his wealth, his life, working on a job all these years, saving his 401k, only to find that, damn, the woman that he loved and attached himself to is now his biggest enemy, and she getting wet and moist and tingling for the streets, right? And so now everything he built is in jeopardy. And so the man is destroyed because he invested in a wayward female that does not respect what he built and feel that just because she was there, she's worthy of half his stuff or more. So then she chops down the tree that he built over all these years. Chops it down in a few minutes through divorce court. Everything he built. So a lot of men get married for the purpose of staying married. But women get involved in this game because they know the beginning from the end. They understand that the court system favors them. So when she get tired of this mediocre, monotonous life, she'll break them. And that's the thing, man. A lot of men have been destroyed, bro. And they're tired. A lot of men are tired of working for that. They're like, I can have a simple, cheap life. I don't have to have a super ultra sweet car. I don't have to have the best clothes. I can hit the gym, which is cheap, and build up my testosterone and my physical looks, confidence and stuff. I went from 200 pounds to 225 pounds in the last couple months. Sweet. And that builds up your confidence. Then making you physically attractive and overall attractive to yourself. And, that's free. A little bit of money. And so it's not a lot of motivation for men to invest in a family in this culture. We've seen on social media, we've seen how the degeneracy of these women, we've seen some of these women, when you interview them on social media, live, or millions of people will see, billions of people will see these videos. You got women talking about how they cheated on their man. You're giving them a platform to expose themselves. And they regularly do. And looking at this shit, why would a man take any of these hoes seriously? And that's what I see happening, man. That might be one of the reasons. I don't think this is the only reason. Some of it is the effeminization of men through the food and all that. And, yeah, I get that. But I think the main reason is that it's not that men is unmotivated and can't produce. It ain't that, man. You got to have motivation to produce. And the motivation of these trash bag females in marriages that are bound to fail, this ain't no motivation, bro. This ain't no motivation to get to stay in the workforce, to build a family. No. It's motivation to stay away from family kind of construct. And if you do have a so-called family, make sure it ain't legal. So this is something I was thinking about, man. Men leaving the workforce and the pain of being a man in America. Maybe you brothers can relate. I know it's a long video. Didn't really want to make it this long, but started off, didn't think it was going to be this long, but I'm pretty sure you guys got some substance, some power from this. And I want y'all to be powerful, man. I hope that your life is improved by hearing this video. And yeah, man, just thinking about that, man. Think about that analogy. Investing in something is similar to building a tree. It takes time, man. Scriptures say, what is it? A wise woman builds her house, but a wicked woman in her pride destroys the foundation thereof. A wise woman is going to build a house with her man and not build it so she can chop it down and slice it and leave with 50, 70% of everything he ever earned and his future earnings. A lot of women in America they'll be there to help build for a minute, but that's only so she can chop it down and take her slice and get away from this dude who she really don't like anyway. She looking at it like, long-term prostitution. In her mind, I'm just going to be with this trick for a minute, long-term, about 3.5 years, he's going to build this business. He's going to be too stupid to, this is how she looking at it. He's going to be too stupid to hide his assets from me. He's going to be thinking that I'm really all into him and stuff. This is what she thinking. And then, when he gets to a certain point, I'm just going to break him. And these women be knowing the law, bro. The culture of the country, the legal system is against men here. And so men opting out of the workforce, hey, so be it, man. If their main motivation is a woman and family and children and to build, and that's why they work so many hours, they're like, hell. If Chad and Tyrone, these dudes, they ain't working hard. They getting the same pussy that a dude work 40, 50 hours a week. He getting. One got to pay. The other dude just slay. So it's like, why don't I be that dude that just can get in where I fit in? Why not only deal with women who actually like it? You'll get a lot more out of it. So that's just something I was thinking about, man. It's just like, what's the motivation, bro? What's the motivation to be that protector and that provider? And this dude's supposed to give his life up for a whore who hasn't even given up. What is she giving up? What is the woman actually giving up in marriage? She not giving a dude virginity, chastity. She not giving him where she will be what's the name of that word? Emotionally tied and linked to him. She not giving her husband anything that the streets ain't already had. That's microphone drop. She not giving her husband anything that the streets ain't already had for free. The wife in this country, in America, is not giving anything to her husband that the streets ain't already had for free. Think about that, bro. So what is a man? What is a man? Oh, men are leaving the workforce. And I'm watching these, Fox and CNN, whatever these different news stations doing these reports. It's been months. I don't even know why I ain't made a video on it. But I'm motivated to do it now, so here I am. But they talking about, oh yeah, it's a lot of men that are shaming men for not joining the workforce. Shaming men. It's like, why don't you actually watch a couple YouTube videos and ask the question that are answering these questions? Like this video. Men are not join the workforce for what? Dudes need to just do enough to do what they got to do to survive and take care of themselves. And damn, trying to be some stand-up protector and provider for ungrateful whores who gonna leave your ass. What's the benefit of that? Statistically, they gonna leave. And guess what? And this is a little something I was thinking about. It's another side note. Women who be talking about, oh, I couldn't be in a polygynous relationship, right? So I think about this. She said she couldn't be, in other words, where the man have multiple women, but she can't have no other man. And I'm thinking like this. Now, she'd be cool with a relationship where it's openly polygynous, where she have other dudes and women. Or you can have other women, but she got to have the women too. She'd be cool with that. But when it comes to a man having multiple women, she not with that because she would have to submit to that dude, and that would be validating his value and worth. So she not really for that because she want to be in the power and God position. So you got to ask the question, what is her husband going to get that the streets ain't already got for free, bro? And most men can't, most men are not, going to get anything that the streets ain't already have for free. So that's a question for you, man. Why should a man invest in something that everybody else done tapped? A man want to invest in something a man with self-respect. He want to invest in something that, everybody else hasn't touched. But a woman that been touched and ran through by everybody, it's not cool, man. And that's what they want men in America to invest in. You need to invest in, you need to invest in this used up broad. You work all these hours. Yeah, I'm good on that. So that's just my rant and rave, man. I just want to talk about that, man. And what's the man's motivation, bro? The women ain't virgins. They don't cook. They don't clean. You don't get submissiveness. You don't get obedience. Women ain't even friendly here. So what are you getting, man? You're not even getting somebody who, at least a man back in the day, he used to get a chick that her body was, everybody didn't have it. At least the minimum she should be giving this dude is virginity. These women can't even give you that. And like I said, that's another point I wanted to make. Like, all right, but yeah, man, to me, it's just a bad investment, man. Now that I look at it and stuff, because all these dudes that had these chicks, and then now it's time for sugar daddy. It's time for somebody to come out the end of the rainbow to wipe this chick up. But she not really bringing nothing to the table. Her presence, bro. Like that's not. But her presence has been felt by over 100 dudes, man. So what make her special, bro? What was special is that when she was a virgin, she could give something special to her husband. The minimum she should be bringing his virginity. That's the minimum, bro. These chicks don't even bring the minimum. So they want men to keep their standards real low, man. And I say, man, forget that, bro. You know. But a lot of men is like tired of the whole hustle, man. And I say, hey, man, make your money, and guard it, man, because you get in one of these legal marriages, you find out the hard way that when you're going through what you're going through, ain't nobody caring about your pain, man. Ain't nobody caring about people care about Tyrese because he's a multi-millionaire and he's famous. But really, man, ain't nobody really care about, well, I say they care about it because it's gossip. But they ain't like, oh, my brother Tyrese, man. You going through all this, brother. She put you through that. Like him complaining about how you getting done wrong by this whore. I mean, nobody really care about men's struggles in this society. So when you go, let's say the regular dude, he making $50,000, $40,000 a year. And he making his bread. And then he investing in this woman for 7 years. And she decide she want to go back to them there streets, man. She tired of being a wife. And so, Rufus is like, yo, I put all this money into you. I supported you. I let you stay home and I worked. And he come home, find out that his wife been digesting another dude's DNA, bro. That's crushing, bro. And then she boldly exclaims to him, what you gonna do about it? And then what can he do about it? Besides take the L, bro. And take it as a deeply wounding learning experience, bro. These hoes belong to the streets, man. So that's something I was thinking about, man. The pain of living in this anti-male construct. No matter what way you slice it, man. And even if you heard sexual choice today, mate selected choice today, later on today or tomorrow you might not be. It ain't no ultimate formula in guaranteeing a woman is going to be loyal to you and stuff. You gotta get your money up. That ain't, look at Will Smith. He got his money up. Look at these different celebrities. They got their money up. Money don't make a bitch loyal. Oh, you gotta hit the gym. What was it? I think it was Kylie Muscle. His wife left him. How you gonna leave a dude who's super built or super rich or super tall? How many basketball players left them? And these are the super ultra top dudes, right? But look how they women treat them. We got Judge Mathis, man. And you mean to tell me that men need to continue to invest in this bullshit? So a lot of men is walking away from the whole trying to be ultra protector provider type dude and all that stuff, man. It ain't really much. It's not much in the way of benefit to men in this society. Anyways, I'm done with this video. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel using the Cash App in the description, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. Much respect to you, brothers. Peace.